What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and today I want to talk about Matas Buzelis, aka Lil Boozy Vert, because this dude has so much potential. And I think, honestly, even myself, I didn't really realize it or think it was real, when the draft came around in June of last year. Matas Buzelis came out of the G League Ignite. That was his, 1 year before, declaring for the draft. He didn't go college. He didn't go overseas, none of that. And the physical tools always were very intriguing, right? He's 6'10". He's like 210 pounds. Can play the 2, the 3, the 4. The Bulls have played him a little bit at the 5 this season as a stretch, obviously. But he just, I was afraid that he wasn't going to have the quickness and the agility to kind of make his mark in the league, and he still has to improve a little bit, on that aspect of his game, but the potential's there, and I really do think there could be a big jump from this year to next year for him, and I'm just excited, So he's averaging 7.2 points per game so far this season, 3.1 rebounds, 0.8 assists. He basically got promoted to full-time starter at the beginning of February. He's basically started every single game since February 5th, and he's playing 16.9 minutes per game. And so to average 7.2 points per game while only playing like 17 minutes is pretty impressive, in my opinion. Like, that's pretty good production. Shooting 85% from the free throw line, 53% from 2-point range, 32% from 3 on 3 attempts a game, and 43% from the field overall. So very solid rookie numbers, in my opinion, especially for the 11th overall pick. And, you guys might not remember, but, he was slated to go off the board at like 4 or 5 in the draft. Like, it was, in my mind, it was like almost a lock that he was going to go either 5 or 6 at latest, which 5 would have been Detroit, 6 would have been Charlotte, and he just kept slipping. And, you guys might remember he had that big, emotional reaction when he got picked by the Bulls. He's from Chicago, born and raised in Chicago. So, like, I said before, like, I love seeing reactions like that because it really just shows, like, the emotion after, so many years of hard work and just the culmination of that. And obviously getting drafted is only the beginning, but that was a super great moment. Super awesome to see his family and him just so emotional, so happy to get picked by Chicago, his hometown team. Like, that's just an awesome feeling. But again, like, the physical tools for this guy are crazy. If he really can, like, hit his potential, like, he can be an elite NBA scorer, I don't know if he's really going to be a great passer or facilitator, but he can put the ball on the floor and he can dribble like he's a point guard. So pairing that with having a good jumper is, like, the sky really is the limit. The sky is truly the limit. And I think with the Bulls now getting rid of Zach LaVine, bringing in some younger players, they brought in Kevin Huerter, they brought in Trey Jones, Zach Collins, all came over in those trades at the trade deadline. And, Josh Giddey's been very good for them. He's been a great facilitator, nearly 7 assists a game. Lonzo Ball's also been pretty good, but he has not played as many minutes. He's been, they're trying to be careful with him. Obviously, he missed 2 full seasons due to injury, so they're trying to make sure they're not overworking him. Only playing about 22 minutes a game so far this season. But they have really good passers on this team. Ayo Dosunmu, also a pretty good passer. Kobe White, also a decent passer. But right now, it's not Matas Buzelis' team. But I do think it could get to that point. And I think if he continues to progress and we see a big jump next season where he's averaging double-digit points, like, you got to start building around him. That's what I would advise if I was someone in the Bulls front office, because similar to the Trailblazers, this team needs an identity, and you have to, have your star. You have to figure out the roles for the team, and you have to have every single person buy in. And I think this guy is likable. I think he, seems like a good teammate. He's getting off the bench when guys are dunking. He's encouraging his teammates. That's a guy that people want to support as the star of their team, right? So I think, it's only up from here for the Bulls, honestly. I mean, they might get a little bit worse, but the fact that they're still, I think they're slated to pick like 10th or something if the season ended today. Because like, yeah, well, actually they're in the play-in race, so they might make the play-in. But yeah, if the season were to end today, then there was no lottery, they'd be picking 10th in the draft. They're 28 and 38 so far in the season. And if they pick 10th in the draft, they have a 13.9% chance to jump into the top 4, 3% chance to get the number 1 overall pick, which is, I think, the same slot and same odds that the Hawks had last season when they got the number 1 pick. So it's very much so possible. But, you know, you never know. But again, it's just about surrounding this guy, if he's going to be your star, with great players, right? Like good role players that want to buy in, want to work hard, things like that. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Bulls are in the 10 spot right now in the East. They have a pretty significant lead over Toronto, but I would imagine they're probably not going to make it into the playoffs. But again, that's a great experience for Matas Buzelis to have. It's only going to help him grow into, you know, the player that he's probably going to be one day. In my opinion, I think he's going to be a really, really good player. And if I'm a Bulls fan, I'd be super excited right now. So that's really it, guys. I just wanted to talk about this, especially because he's been playing, you know, better as of recently. You know, he's been starting since February, like I said. You know, had a career high 24-point game so far in this rookie season. And, you know, has had a couple of, you know, 15-plus point games. He's shown that he can score. And if he comes back next season and is scoring even better, at a better clip, shooting better percentages, you know, this dude's going to be scary. He's going to be scary for sure. So let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think about Matas Buzelis? Do you think he's going to be a good player in this league? Do you think he has all-star potential? I want to know your thoughts, because I certainly think he has all-star potential. But I'm going to let you guys go, man. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, what have you. Enjoy all of that. Please, on me. And I'm going to catch you guys later, man. Stay safe, stay humble, handle business, stay on business. Peace out.